Hello and welcome one and all, I am Old School Gamer 1971, a special shout out to Moomin and Pro Predator 49XX. Hope you're having a great day and are staying safe. Today's subject matter is Old School Opinion July 2021. Before we begin, if you enjoy the video, give it a big thumbs up, like, share everywhere, and if it pleases you, check out my channel and subscribe. So without further ado, this month I have 5 more games to show you and 2, count them, 2 brand spanking new platinums. Our first game this month, Mad Games Tycoon. It's a time management game developed by Egg Code that released for the PlayStation 4 in 2019. This is fantastic for anyone into management sims. On paper this shouldn't work, but somehow does. You must run the everyday business of a software developer. You can start off small in one of the 4 decades of gaming, from the 80s, 90s, noughties and 10s, with consoles and computers representing gaming setups from that era and ways to improve the games you make. This is a lot of fun if this is your bag, and certainly a lot more in depth than I gave it credit for the first time I played it. One that I found myself wanting to just sink more hours into. Mum Hid My Game. It's a puzzle game from Hap that released for the PlayStation 4 in 2020. If you do not know, this game is from Japan, and I am so happy that it got a Western PlayStation 4 release. It's a puzzle game where the object is to find your game your mum has hid. Starting off easy, it just gets crazier and crazier with each subsequent day. One that kids can play and everyone can enjoy. No, it will not be for everyone, but for those it is for, will soon be chuckling along. Moomin loves this game, and I will admit that some of the puzzles can be quite taxing, plus the sound the snake makes is just great. I will be making sure that I get that sound in the capture. This game certainly gets your brain going. Crypto by POWGI. It's a puzzle game developed by Lightwood Games that came to the PlayStation 4 in 2020. Another word game, I know. I remember doing these when I was a kid. If you've ever played any POWGI game before, you know what you are getting into. I always keep my eye out for more of these games. At the time there was 2 in the sale. You must crack the code. Each letter represents another letter. With a touch of the L1 plus R1, it tells you if there's been any mistakes. It makes it easier, but definitely not easy. One that I grind through, doing the odd puzzle here and there. I enjoy these and certainly always on the lookout for when new ones get released. Toki. It's a 2D platformer developed by Microids that came to the PlayStation 4 in 2019. This is an updated version of the old arcade game. The 16-bit versions was good and all, but the arcade original is arguably the best version. I will admit that this is a trial and error game. Learn the enemies, learn the map, and then work your way through. I like it when they take a classic and update it like this. Every now and again I will have a retro day, and games such as this get played. For anyone that grew up in that era, this game is recognisable, yes, but this is polished to the nth degree. Fans should purchase. I remember playing this years ago, and to go back now just reminds you of how easy games have become. Candle, The Power of the Flame is a 2D platformer developed by Teku Studios that released for the PlayStation 4 in 2018. This is a tidy platform adventure game, and whilst not the best graphics ever, it is an interesting looking game. It can get a little frustrating whilst trying to work out the next puzzle, but you do feel rewarded once you do. The controls are easy to use, so if you do get stuck, it's down to how you are playing the game or approaching the puzzle. A game with a lot of charm, so if you are up to the challenge, get it. then tell me how you are getting on. It's good to get a game that challenges you. This is one that does. One of the things that I've enjoyed the last couple of generations is games like this releasing, and long may it continue. Our first platinum this month is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. It's an adventure game developed by Insomniac Games that came to the PlayStation 5 in 2021. I knew the second I got this game I would have to platinum this bad boy. This is a fantastic entry into the series and a massive return to form. Makes you wonder how they released Marvel Spider-Man, the DLC, Miles Morales and Ratchet & Clank in 3 years. This game's weapons get better the further you get into the game, with varied worlds. River is a great new character and certainly I'm hopeful of her being in the next entry. Or can we have some DLC please? This has Dr. Nefarious showing up to a celebration of Ratchet & Clank's heroic escapades. Blah blah blah, you know the story. Man have I missed these games. This was the series that really shown what the PlayStation 2 was capable of. And so with each generation it has done this. And this time, again, this shows off what the PlayStation 5 can do. No, the game is not perfect, but it's damn close. It even comes with an invulnerability power up so younger ones can play it and not feel that they're being battered. I cannot wait to see what comes next from Insomniac. TikTok, TikTok. And our second platinum is True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 1. It's a hidden object adventure developed by Goblins that came to the PlayStation 4 in 2018. Now this will either be your thing or not. Yes, it is hidden object, but the story is good. Lucky for me, I have the second entry into the series to be sinking my teeth into. Now there would have been a third, however COVID has set the release date back. Hopefully we will soon have a third entry. It is the story of twins with one sister being in trouble. Do not overthink it, do not think that this is a likely story. Instead, go along for the ride. Let the story tell itself without judgment, and you'll get a lot from this game. The trophy set was not too hard, but certainly hard enough to play it through twice. Could do with more of these games please. With many games hitting the mid-range price, this has meant we've got some damn fine survival horror games. Add in the 3D audio. Yes, it did make me jump a couple of times with the headphones on. Don't judge me. Newsworthy this month. So we start with A Plague's Tale Requiem was announced. It has been quite a busy month for Asobo, not just because we're getting the PlayStation 5 version of A Plague's Tale Innocence through PlayStation Plus, but they also announced the sequel. Again, we see the returning duo of Amicia and Hugo, releasing in 2022. This all came as a bit of a shock when it was shown during the Xbox showcase at the recent E3/Summer Games Fest. Asobo were quick to announce that it was also coming to the PlayStation 5. Innocence has some damn fine stealth mechanics that easily make up for some of the game being an escort mission, and once you were cornered and combat was the only option, it was quite intense. So download the PlayStation 5 version or queue it up. I know I already have. This is one for the stealth fans, and certainly I will be pre-ordering this game. Next up we have Metro Exodus updates for the PlayStation 5 version for free. This is fantastic news again. The Metro series has been one of my favourite first person shooter series for a good while now. I was blown away by how this game outdone Fallout 4 in almost every which way. Set in Russia after the world has gone to hell, this game draws you in and keeps you on the edge of your seat. With a strong narrative, crafting, imaginative enemies, there is not much out there that holds a candle to this game. And that was all before it got the next gen upgrade. I highlight getting for free, as not always is this so. So I applaud the companies that offer these upgrades for free. it makes it feel even more value for money. I remember seeing the queue at EGX 2018. You were queuing for over an hour to get a 5-minute go. I enjoyed my time with the game, and certainly when the next Metro does eventually release, it will be day one for me. Happy days. And finally, Housemarque and Bluepoint. Hearing that Sony finally made the purchase of these two amazing developers, well, one confirmed and one all but confirmed, I had been hoping for a good while now, and even mentioned it on my channel several times, that these are the developers who should be at the very top of Sony's shopping list. After the success of Returnal and Demon's Souls, both exclusive for the PlayStation 5, Sony would have been fools to not make an offer. Now, I do know at this moment Bluepoint are not confirmed, but after tweeting that welcome message to Bluepoint Games, it is a pity that my third choice also looks like the next game at least Hideo Kojima will be making an Xbox exclusive. Well done, Microsoft. But remember that this happened with Insomniac. They made Sunset Overdrive and then came back to Sony. Round the campfire. Have games forgotten how to be fun? Last month I reviewed It Takes Two and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Two really fun titles. And when playing, I began to feel that something was missing from some of the other titles I've been playing. And it is the fun factor. Do not get me wrong, I know there has to be some kind of fun in games for it to work. But not the kind on show here. The time flew by as I played Ratchet & Clank. As realism becomes more to the forefront, fun seems to go out the door. Sometimes I want that gritty realism, where the guns sound like guns, and you have trouble believing that what you are playing is a game. Sometimes I want massive explosions and totally unrealistic action. Sometimes I want a story to lose myself in, and sometimes I want a game that just makes me grin from ear to ear. Sony, do not leave it so long for the next Ratchet & Clank game, please. Also round the campfire this month, a game based on Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Now this came so far out of left field. It is being developed by a Spanish developer, Pendulo Studios. I really enjoyed their last game, Black Sad Under the Skin, which was based on a Spanish comic book series, Black Sad. Often compared to Telltale Games' style of gameplay, I cannot recommend this game enough. I was so happy to see that their name is attached to the classic movie and feel that they will do a good job with this one. To me, there are so many books and films that would make fantastic games. No, this game will not be to everyone's taste. But for games going forward, this is a step in the right direction in my opinion. Come on someone, take the challenge of maybe Psycho the Birds or Strangers on a Train.
Better take care of these guys or they'll go after Phantom too. Nothing like that had to be Phantom, right? Mysterious dude in a hollow guy had to be Phantom.
Tally ho, tro-hos, how goes the hunt with you? As you can see, another stellar month with 2 platinums. Look at them both popping. I could kiss their pretty little heads. Anyway, my trophy card after this month, level 482, a total of 9,829 trophies, 116 platinum, 710 gold, 1,822 silver, and 7,181 bronze. Post your trophy counts down below. Happy hunting, tro-hos! And it is done. If you found this video interesting or have any suggestions, please comment down below, as we'll put a big old smile on this old face. Let's get the conversation started. I will answer you all. I post new content every week. Have a great day one and all, and thank you for your support. This has been Old School Gamer 1971, signing off.